I think it kind of all started with just an idea. It was this idea of being something more than just your average garage rock band. Yeah. I mean, where did Lobsters come from exactly? I guess it would have to start with just the ideal dream of every kid like wanting to be a rock star, and who is one of my favorite bands is the Beatles. And I guess when it comes down to it, Lobsters to me was the pursuit of something greater than anything I could achieve. That was the only goal, was to do something that was forever. I had a bunch of poems, and I thought it would be really cool to start a rock band. I had been in multiple bands my whole life. I was always the drummer, and I was always the drummer for hire, so I'd show up, play the show, go home, and do that over and over. But eventually I was sick of that. I wanted something to last, and I wanted something to grow, something to be real, organic, and like something that was me, and not someone else's songs, but my own. And what ended up happening is one of my best friends, Peter Griggs, and I were like, well, dude, I asked him, I was like, would you play drums for me while I like figure out how to sing my poetry? He was like, yeah. And so we started off just in my basement, kind of at the ground up, just jamming around, and I didn't even know how to play any chords. I knew how to play the D chord, and that was it. And then I slowly had figured out how to play a weird version of a power chord. Well, where it all started was, I guess, the idea that I wanted to shoot a music video. And because of the growing market online and how YouTube and all these online sites have kind of been it seemed like the future of where music was being discovered. Whereas like past bands in history had gone around on tours and tried to promote themselves that way, I thought that would be a more efficient use of my time and energy to make a really good video and promote it virally. So now we're about to release the new records, which is pretty exciting, called Rockpreneur and Bumblebee Yourself, which is going to be a dual album release. And I'm really excited about it because I have a lot of great players and a lot of great people who participated in it. Everyone from Ian Wu to Phil Solem, Steve Helvig, just an awesome team. The guys at Drop Tone Studio. This really is exciting for me because it's going to be the first time that I've decided to try to take things to a regional level and possibly a national level, which is not an easy feat. But what I'm excited about is kind of the two different elements that I was able to capture, and that's why I couldn't put them on one album, because there's two different emotions in each album. The Rockpreneur album is a lot more about the aggressive rock and roll, punk rock, with edgier lyrics, edgier sound, whereas the Bumblebee Yourself album is more of kind of I don't want to say acoustic album, but it has elements of more of the slower acoustic, lyrical almost. But what I'm excited about is just I'm going to be able to show a new side of where Lobsters can go, as well as maintain the rock and roll aspects of what's happened in the past.